Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at Bitcoin. We got some good confirmational signs here coming up. Obviously, Bitcoin ETF that was supposedly approved. Part of me is a little skeptical, but again, I think there is an official release, so I think we're good to go. You can kind of see the market is taking off. Altcoins are going absolutely crazy right now. So if you take a look at that, look at Bitcoin dominance dropping like a rock. And Bitcoin dominance is when it comes down, altcoins go up. That's really just the way that it goes, of course. Obviously, what goes up must come down. So anyways, we're going to look at a couple of things here and just understand, generally speaking, what this means for us now from a tactical standpoint. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I hope you can learn something today. Congrats again to our community members who are part of our Premium and Premium Plus groups. If you take a look here at Premium Plus, XRP 40%, Litecoin 22, Litecoin 22, XRP. Those are just my day trading scalping bots, but we took some nice profits here from Celestia, 52% in 1 day, VeChain 2 days, 43%, and Chainlink 2 hours, 20%. These are just 5x leverage trades, nice and safe and easy. We're not getting too crazy, just making sure we secure profits. So again, congrats to our members for that. Thank you for the wonderful feedback. I'm really happy it's working well for you. So when it comes to Bitcoin, let's talk about the back end here and work our way down. So let's go with the last, I'm curious about the last 12 hours, kind of seeing what's going on with the liquidations. And we can kind of see here, there's a bit of a spread, but for the most part, we got some pretty heavy targets at 47,000. So 47,000, even 46.8 is that range of heavy liquidation. So keep in mind, that's really, really close to the price action right now. A very strong chance they're going to get liquidated. You just got to keep in mind tons and tons of money's pumping into altcoins right now. As those profits come out of altcoins, it'll come back into Bitcoin. So don't be concerned with the price of Bitcoin not going up just yet. Good news is we're mostly confirming above the cloud. We're kind of right there at the upper lead. As I mentioned earlier, an entry at about 46,000, 46.5 would be appropriate. So we're right in that range there. I've been dollar cost averaging all day long, so it's kind of nice to see the price recover. And if we kind of take a look at the daily, let's quickly note a couple of key factors here. So hasn't changed too much since we spoke last this morning. Just to quickly clarify, we are above all moving averages. That's a very, very positive sign. You can see the same thing here as well for the 4-hour time frame as well. So take a look at the 4-hour. Let's go ahead and double check a couple of things here. Because again, the daily hasn't changed too much, but when we look at the 4-hour time frame, there is still this lower liquidity level we got to recognize that is present, right? So 41,500, price wick down really aggressively. I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon, just based on how awesome these candlesticks are. When I say awesome, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, these candles are pretty aggressive. These are very bullish candles here. When you can see the price action closing above, basically closing at the same place it opened, and it wicks all the way down in that time frame. Basically just tells us the bulls are in control in these last 12 hours of trading. Okay, so those are really, really good things we like to see. The stochastic RSI is swinging upwards as a very, very bullish sign. We want to consider that a good entry. Not a good entry, but if you use that as a combination and other factors, that really helps us understand that from a swing trader's perspective, this is a really good thing to have on the checklist as you consider taking entry. That's a better way to describe it. Money flow index is coming down, RSI is coming up. Money flow index is just a lag though. Keep in mind, of course, the money flow is going to be coming down because of the way the price action moved. That's not actually a bad sign. We want the money flow to be below the price action when the RSI is up like this, because then it gives more indication that people want to buy this coin than the other way around. Okay, MACD is starting to converge but hasn't fully converged yet. And if we take a look at a few other things here, we can kind of recognize some important things. So take a look at the hourly. Quickly to note, hourly time frame doesn't really show us too much on overextension, which is good. We are, of course, testing the upper lead on the cloud here. So hypothetically, the price action closes today at 46,200. We should be in good shape to see the price come up. In other words, we'll probably see some consolidation at that fib level at 0.38. That was a previous resistance level, turned support. Now that we're here, the strong likelihood of the price action continuing higher once we continue over a little bit further. Now again, the way that the market's moving right now, it would be very surprising the price action to pull back. Just again, everything kind of going crazy in a good way. This is all very positive contributing stuff. So Bitcoin should be due to continue higher, but from a technical standpoint, outside this one little confirming factor, everything else is looking pretty darn solid. And I've mentioned that this whole time as well, minus the manipulation, Bitcoin is looking like it wants to continue to ramp up to that 47,000 range. Once more, clarify, in the last 12 hours, heavy amount of shorts at 46,800, upwards to 47,000 even. That's not a good sign for those shorts, okay? So if you're shorting this coin right now, you better be reconsidering some things, okay? I get the whole like hedging your longs with some shorts or whatever, but at this point, it's not a short market, okay? And obviously it's easy to say now that everything's taking off and you know the market has shifted, so to speak. But even before this, I would still say it's not safe to short, even though the price action for a lot of coins pulled back recently. Again, I'd much rather take a long that seems a lot more probable with this bullish trend that we're in versus taking a short, kind of shorting into the trend lines. Don't do that. Again, I prefer to be safer than sorry. That's why we have a pretty high statistical success rate. If you're curious about that, check on out our Twitter, Telegram, and or Discord. 96% last month for about roughly 3,600% gains. Okay, so again, awesome stuff. Super happy that worked out well. Keep in mind that those gains are subjective to how much you invest. I don't recommend you invest a ton. Some people, come over to the community and like the first stop loss I have in weeks, it's their first trade and they went all in. Don't do that. You take 5-10% of your total portfolio max. If you're ever curious about what to expect or what the signals guides are supposed to be, read the signal guide on the Discord. What do you know? We have this here specifically so you can learn how to properly navigate those trades, because they're structured a little different than you might think. But again, it's all about taking profit and not letting money flush down the toilet, so to speak, because we're too greedy to take profits. We don't do that here. All right, again, just some friendly advice. Either way, a lot of people just use it for good entries and confirmation to whatever you want. It's up to you, but that's available there. Make sure you also check out Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, no KYC or VPN. That's our recommended exchange because we have a lot of US and Canadian members. I would say at least 50% of our group here is based out of those two countries. So again, Bitunix is phenomenal for that. Absolutely, be sure to check them out. More so because they have trading competition coming up here on the 15th. So use my link to register. You basically have to use my link to register. Secondary to that, once you've done that, click join now. It's a link down below, of course. It's also on our Discord community here under promos, so you can kind of check that out if you like it. But generally speaking, it's all available for you, but use it if you want. Don't if you don't. That's okay. Either way you look at it, it's just a really good exchange, good option to pivot to if you don't want a KYC or VPN. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Take good care. Don't forget to like and comment. Deeply appreciate you. Thanks again. See you soon.